Now stop pretending that the elections are not secure.
We can stop when they become secure. That's when we can stop doing
Where's your evidence that they are not secure?
I think, first of all, the fact that we do not have to show ID is a disgrace. Number two, I will find you videos, including 2024 in Connecticut.
You said it was on video. So was that person charged?
I don't know. I have to
You don't know? You're telling me that there's massive fraud and it's caught on video and you can't tell me whether it was real or not?
We can look into
whether
it.
the person was charged or not?
I really hope he was charged. But how many instances were not caught on camera? I didn't have cameras.
Hold on, Emily. A clueless MAGA supporter got totally destroyed by Abby Phillip and her panel on CNN for saying really silly things. This was MAGA commentator Emily Austin facing off against Charles Blow, Ashley Allison, and Abby Phillip on Abby Phillip's show. It was really fun to watch. I want to share my thoughts about it. Let's dive into it together.
Trump is on this anti-mail-in ballot hobby horse. He votes by mail. Republicans have utilized vote by mail all across the country to their benefit in places like Florida and Utah and elsewhere. And then the Supreme Court says here, including Justice Coney Barrett and Justice Roberts, look, the Mississippi's law is Mississippi's law. If they want to count these ballots after Election Day, they can. And so Trump
rights, my brother. States rights.
Trump is on this, I don't want to say he's on an island, but he is just so obsessed with this one issue as if it is going to solve all of his electoral problems.
I just looked at the
and
problem.
he's getting hit after hit after hit on it.
It is secure.
Look, I mean, I
remember that video in Bridgeport, Connecticut, where one person brought in like 10 ballots?
I agree with the way the court ruled on this, Abby. I think the reality is that I want to have voter ID. I want to limit mail-in ballots. I think that would be healthier for our democracy. But at the same time, a constitution allows the states to determine their own rules for elections. And as Coney Barrett said, it says what the date is of election. It doesn't specify when it should be received by. And so Mississippi has every recourse to change the law if they want.
It's a conservative state.
And it's a Republican-controlled state. They can do it anytime they want to.
Exactly. They can go back and change it.
So this isn't something that the elections are not secure.
I'm talking here. So I think the Supreme Court is acknowledging and saying that, look, the state can fix this if they want. I think they're really right.
That sounds like a period. All right. So can we also now stop pretending that the elections are not secure?
We can stop when they become secure. That's when we can stop doing
Where's your evidence that they are not secure?
I think, first of all, the fact that we do not have to show ID is a disgrace. Number two, I will find you videos, including 2024 in Connecticut, when you have on a security camera one person dumping in mail-in ballots.
I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch a YouTube video.
Of course you don't want to watch it because it goes against your agenda. But if you opened your eyes and saw something that goes against what you believe, you'll see that it's not secure.
But hold on, Emily.
Don't tell me to open
what
my eyes.
about...
better argument than, oh, it doesn't happen.
Hold on, Emily.
Hold on,
Charles. Let me just let Emily finish what she was claiming, because you said that there was a video in Connecticut. What's the point of the video?
My point is that mail-in ballots are not secure because
No.
What's the point?
Hold on. What's the point of the video in Connecticut that you're talking about? What happened in Connecticut?
One person dumped multiple mail-in ballots.
And then what happened? You said it was on video. So was that person charged?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're telling me that there's massive fraud and it's caught on video and you can't tell me whether it was real or not?
We can look into
whether
it.
the person was charged or not?
I really hope he was charged. But how many instances were not caught on camera? I didn't have cameras.
Hold on, Emily.
Did I have cameras on my mail-in ballot? No.
I'm just saying that you're basically...
It
is a letter. It can be
Listen, I'm just saying, if you have video evidence...
How about you defend the fact that we don't have to show voter ID?
Hold on a second.
First of all, that is a ridiculous... So do you believe that actually?
Yeah.
In 50 states, that nobody has to show any ID?
I didn't say nobody. Everyone should be required to show
What are you
ID.
saying? In which states can you vote and no one knows who you are? You have to show no where you live, nothing. So which states are those?
How many New Yorkers said?
I didn't answer because you didn't know it.
How many should I give you a list of names? Let me post on Instagram. Everyone who didn't show ID in the New York election come forward. People will come forward.
Here's the thing.
It's a joke.
You're a joke. You can answer that question. Trying to go around the corner.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Ashley.
Even more so if everyone's already doing it.
Hold on, Emily.
The same reason why the Supreme Court ruled in the Watson case today that the state's laws supersede is that's also what happens in the states. So sometimes in states, people actually want your driver's license. In some states, they decide mail is sufficient enough.
Exactly.
2 pieces of mail with your name and the address that also matches what is on the voter roll. Sometimes it is a signature match. There are multiple ways to confirm identity. So the fact that there are no ways to ensure that people are coming in droves and voting illegally is just not the case. And if it is, you would be able to prove it.
But she has videos.
Because people want to prove it so that they can change the election laws.
Yeah,
that would be the best argument for Donald Trump.
This has been going on
the only
for a
time
long time.
the election has been corrupted most recently was on January 6th when the sitting president would not accept the results of the election.
This has been going on for a long time, and every time we talk about this, I say the same thing. You have evidence of massive fraud?
Prove it.
You're Emily or you're President Trump. Please bring it forward. We would like to see it.
We
would like to analyze. We would love to analyze the fraud that is so rampant in this country that it necessitates changing all the laws in order to address it. Because I think if that were the case, it would be right there in front of us, and there would be no question. Everybody would be on the same page about it. So far, the Heritage Foundation has tried.
Exactly.
They haven't found it. The president has been president 2 times. The first term and the second term. Still hasn't found it. So we're still waiting.
Unless they-
Abby Phillip doesn't do this enough, but I love it when she has someone silly like Emily Austin on her show, and Abby Phillip just crushes her in the debate. And I love watching Charles Blow and Ashley Allison laugh at her, and nobody ever asks this question. This is the question I would ask if I got to be on an Abby Phillip panel. If there's all this voter cheating, what does that say about Donald Trump winning the presidency twice and Republicans controlling the House and Senate? Maybe they cheated. Maybe we should check if they won these elections unfairly. I get it if you're a Republican and Democrats kept winning every single election, year after year, for 20 or 30 years, controlling the presidency and Congress the whole time. Republicans would say, something feels wrong here. Maybe there's cheating happening. But Republicans are in power right now. Emily Austin's guy is in the White House. Her party controls Congress and the Supreme Court, and they're doing whatever they want. How much of Project 2025 have they already put in place? It's just crazy. Abby Phillip, Ashley Allison, and Charles Blow could show all the proof in the world that there's no voter cheating, and this woman Emily Austin would still say, "That's just your opinion. It's all feelings and beliefs." I say all the time on my show that facts don't matter to these people. They ignore facts. They ignore statistics. All they do is say, "That's not how I feel. I feel like cheating is happening somewhere." She'll ask, "What about people who weren't caught on camera? I feel like someone out there, maybe someone here illegally, is voting without showing ID, wearing a mask so nobody recognizes them, and voting in 12 different locations. Do you have any proof of that?" No, but Emily Austin will say, "I just know it's happening. I believe it." We are living in the dumbest timeline possible. Are you exhausted? Because I'm exhausted by these people. Facts don't matter to them. Reality doesn't matter to them. They're living in a made-up world. I don't think Abby Phillip should keep inviting people like Emily Austin on her show. If there are any thoughtful Republicans out there, it would be nice to see one on this show instead. Someone smart and reasonable. Bring on Thomas Massie. I have plenty of disagreements with him, but at least he seems to live in the real world instead of some fantasy he invented in his head. He's probably too busy for this, but still, it's just madness. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with Emily Austin that there's all this voter cheating, even though it's been proven false over and over? Even right-wing groups tried to find proof and couldn't. Or do you agree with Charles Blow, Ashley Allison, and Abby Phillip, who simply say there's no evidence, but if you have some, bring it and let's debate it? This is really a debate between facts and opinions, between fantasy and reality. Tell me what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.